Generic greetings and welcome back to Transport Fever. In the previous episode, we had quite a productive building session and actually put in a lot of things. We got 1, 2, 3, was it 3 or maybe 4? No, 3 bus services. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 bus services. We got extra lines added in places where we needed them. We got a massive food trail coming here. So essentially, this is the Hellesmere farm, and it transports, or at the moment, it gets all of its supply and shoves it in this depot. Then we will transport from that depot up to this depot, which then supplies our transfer station, which is essentially a dock, and then 2 boats will transport all that livestock over to here, which is near this food processing plant, and then that processes it into food, which then gets carried from here all the way down into this town here. So instead of bringing all of that through the town, which I'm sure would piss off many residents when you can see just like a herd of cattle going past all the time, we essentially put it on the water. So it's working well. Excellent, excellent. In this episode, we want to expand our ocean-going vessel network. It's not really ocean-going, it's river-goings. Puffers, I guess it would be called if it was like on the Clyde or whatever. But whatever. It's essentially, it's just this nice little paddle steamers and such. We want to have instead of a one that just carries livestock, we want to carry people. And we want to carry them from here all the way along to this one here. So let's crack on. We've got 871 now available, and we've also got a tram, which is cool. I don't think we'll be doing trams because I don't know. It's just it's like bus networks, but you only really need to use them when you've got a really big town. But at the moment, where we just don't. Anyway, over to this, and we'll get ourselves a little harbour. And obviously, we want to put it. We'll rotate it round a little bit and put it in somewhere like that. There we go. As close to this edge as we can. Same thing as well. Another harbour. And this might alter some of the other routes we have. But I'm going to put it as far back as I can. Which... where will it be? There. Okay. So there's that put in. Naturally, we will have to connect it up to the street. There you go. There's that one. And we will do the same over here. Shouldn't take too much. And there we are. So we have harbours. Excellent. Now, the question is, do we want to just buy a boat from there and then move it along? Or do we want a boat over this side? You know what? I think because of just the practicality of... having only one side, we will probably put this thing here. It only costs like 10 grand anyway, so there's no real problem. Buy a ship. Actually, we won't buy a ship just yet. Well, actually, should we make a route first? It would probably be best if we made a new line, and we'll go from there to there. There you go. Actually, no. Delete that. Remove these. The reason I'm removing them is I want to add station there and then there first, because I don't want the ship coming out, going all the way along and then starting at that side. We want to start here. So there we go. And we will change this to blue. I know the food ship is the same sort of thing, but actually, yeah, maybe if we change it to a, I don't know, maybe a pink. I think we try to do some nice color arranging, and it went all over the place. But anyway, there's our line, and it's going to be the, hang on, it's going to be the Ramsgate. Ramsgate. You know what I was scowling at. Ramsgate to Sass, not Sasselmere. There we go. Okay. So we've got that put in. We'll buy a ship, and we've got a couple of ships we can get. Passenger. Got 2 ships. What sort of ship do we want? That carries 75 passengers. Honestly, it's very nice. It's very expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive indeed. It's also a little bit quicker, but also costs a lot more to run. I think because of the size of the town, we only need the small one. And there we go. There's the ship. So we will essentially just set the line. There you go. Actually, we haven't named this. It's actually going to be a ferry. But we're not going to be able to fit. Can we actually fit? Yeah, we can't actually fit ferry in because it can only go to there. So it's just a fair, right? Because it won't fit in. But at least we've got that put in. That'll go back and forward. And hopefully, we'll actually get some people on that. It's only gathering around here. But we do have a bus route. So they'll hopefully start using the bus. Excellent. We can also do the same over here as well. West Mersey. Do you want to do that? Let's get that on. Let's get that sorted. So, let's sort this out. Bus there. Bus there. Bus here, because that's where we're going to put the ferry. And then bus there. And then one in the middle. Excellent. Okay. New line. And we'll go all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay. And it's west. There's the... That whole delete thing is just... It gets me every time. So the bus service is in. And then we want to go over to this. And shove in a couple of road vehicles. Passenger. 1, 2. Close all them down. Set line. It's that one. Speaking of the line, we do need to just change the route. All visible, which is this one. And we want to change it to bright yellow, bright green. There you go. Right, so there's that put in. So, can we put in ferry? Depends on this bridge, really. Yes, we can. It can go across there. It's only just going to be able to go under, but it'll be close. Actually, we didn't check this one. Did it go under? Well, the bridge is still there, so I assume so. Right. Again, get a ferry in. I reckon this is going to cost me a lot of money. I don't reckon this is going to work very well. I'm still going to do it because it's a good idea, and eventually it might start producing... I was going to say producing people. No, it doesn't actually breed personally, does it? I'm just saying that hopefully it will start shipping people out. Literally, on a ship. So, docks not in waters that are navigatable. There we go. Okay. I'm going to delete that. Delete some of this as well. And then we'll go over to this. And... construction not possible. Construction not possible. I fail to agree. There you go. It's in now. Right. So. It should just be a simple matter now. How many people are on there? Waiting. None. Great. People are starting to use this, though. They will eventually start using this. He says, without any degree of confidence, hoping that they will actually start using this. We should be fine. We should be fine. I hope. Right. New line. So, new line. There to there. Which it can go under. It does say it can go over, under. Excellent. And this is the... What is it? It is water. Ramsgate to west. There's the fair. It's not even a fair. It's just an F. Just an F now. We're dropping the letters. We're fine. Everything will be fine. Right. Bright pink for some reason. I don't know why I went with that. That pink. There you go. And we'll buy a ferry. Oh god, see, I just saw how much money I'm losing on these things. That one. Buy. You. That one, please. Go. There we go. We are utilizing waterways. Not to any great effect, but we're utilizing them. Nobody waiting just yet. Oh, it's because we haven't got a bus service up there. We should probably sort that out. Hang on then. We definitely need a bus service up here. So there, essentially. And then we need, obviously, line manager. Road, visible only. See what I mean? About when the tools work, they work really well. And then when they don't work, it's just a nightmare. So this one, we will add a station to... Added after the selected station. So it comes up from Victoria Street. And then we say add there. Yeah, and as you can see, it goes along and then round. Perfect. Look, absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And it worked beautifully. Why can't some of the other stuff? So is this supplying that? It is supplying that. Excellent. Supplying, you know what I mean. It has got the distance. So this one, is it doing the same thing? It is, I believe. But what I'm going to do, just to make sure, I'm going to put a bus just outside of that, right? So, again, line manager. This bus service, it's on West Street. Add station there. Again, perfect. Just job done. Absolutely bob on. So, excellent, excellent, excellent. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break from doing all of this stuff here. I want to just have a quick look at our routes and see... Oh my god, it's all losing money. Oh no, that's only road. I just want to look at the... Oh no, it's not too bad. It's losing money, but not too much money. The question is, anyone actually on this? Nobody waiting. Because there's not much transport around here. They'll eventually start, I hope, or maybe I've done something wrong, in which case... Oh well, speed up to max speed. It is supplied, it's definitely supplied, and obviously there's the bus routes there as well, which get people moving around. Can add more terminals, look at that. And it says it's going to increase the distance of this. I'm calling shenanigans, I don't think it will. I think it'll do the same thing as... this side, but look at that. Look at the amount of money we're making off it. And that's got 38 livestock. That's great. That's making loads of money. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What about this one? That's supplying. That's another one coming back. No one waiting. It's all in. So, that's all that's sorted. So, the question is, though, do we want to put in a railway line from there to there? I don't think so, not yet. Speaking of railway lines, though, you can see we have a little bit of an issue. The Embro to Thatcham Express is... Well, it's good. It's good. It's just not entirely there. What sort of train is this? Let's have a quick look. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Chugging along quite nicely. At a fair old lick as well. I mean, you wouldn't think you'd be doing 45. It looks like you're doing about double that. Oh, wait, we're on max speed of the game. Because I always run it on max speed, generally. Ooh, that seemed a bit sharp. Let's see what it looks like when we come in here. Hi, everybody. And... Oh, there you go. That was it's like Planet Coaster levels of deceleration. Just, hope you like your spine in 3 places. Right, there you go. Anyway, yeah, we got a problem. We haven't got enough trainage. What do we do in terms of trainage then? Do we replace the train? We could replace the train. It would be useful if we replace the train or automatically upgrade it. What sort of thing would we do? Look at the money it's making though. Do we replace it now? Or do we wait for it to automatically be changed? Because I believe we did set those lines up. Railroad. There it is. Oh, look at this fuel line. It's not doing anything. It's losing me. All the money in the world. Look at it. Look at the money. I mean, it's making some, but just not enough. So, I'm going to delete the train. I'm just going to delete the train. I'll keep the line on it, but... You know what? Go to depot. Oh yeah, and there's also a glitch when you click on this depot. It just goes to the handbrake, turn on the line, and goes over there. Yeah, that's just a bust. We tried it. We tried our best. But look, that's production 8. It's only supplying a little bit of fuel. So, yeah. The only solution would be to... The only solution I can think of, right, is have a cargo this depot here, right? Like this. Right? Which would supply... which would come off that. And then, because if you look for fuel, fuel is all wanted down the bottom here. If we then put... oh, this might be the way forward. I don't think it's going to be the way forward. I think it's going to be really annoying and not work properly, but if we have it like that, we're going to have to destroy a building. It's a very expensive test if this doesn't work. If we do that... I don't really want it on this corner because I'm eventually going to put a... oh no, we can have it in this corner. This would be fine. Like that. Right, road. 2 buildings will be removed. I thought something like that would happen. 1 building will be removed. No, no, no. There's always going to be a building removed in the... there's always going to be a building removed. Okay, fine. If that's going to be the case, we'll delete that. Oh god, it's really messed around with this here. Low terrain, smooth terrain. Let's just smooth this terrain back up to what it was. There we go. Because it was a bit iffy. There we go. It's back to what it was. Right. So, we'll have truck station. Obviously, it's going to delete this building, but whatever. There you go, there's our truck station. And then what we do, we have a new line there to there, right? And that'll be the fuel auxiliary. Okay. And then we will have that one, we'll set that back to the fuel line. Get it going. This one, we will add... where's our nearest truck depot? There it is. Buy road vehicles. Horse and cart. 1, 2. Set both of them manually to fuel. And then set that to the auxiliary fuel line. So hopefully what will happen, because you can see this one is essentially supplying all of these. All these require fuel. See all the fuel? What will happen is because then that'll say... bring fuel here, that brings that same thing. Look, I need fuel. That then backtracks to here, which then should increase the amount of fuel that goes on this. Or, none of that can happen. I might be completely wrong. You can see we've got 29 stored potential, 50 odd. We've still got loads of fuel. Oh no, we haven't got loads of fuel there. Production is only 2. Have we emptied out the... no, we haven't ended up. We haven't emptied it out. So that does have line usage. Line usage, yes. That's there you go. Look, production 12 now. Fuel line 4. Is that a new car? New vehicles are available. A new train. And a new little... oh! Oh! Right, okay. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Here we go. Right. Ready for some upgrading? Because it's going to take us a while. It's going to take us a while. So we'll go to road visible only. And you can see that all of these food trails, well, if we go to set vehicle, we can now replace it with a car. Instead of this horse and wagon, we've got a car. Okay. Automatically upgrade, yes. 100%? Should probably do that. There you go. Set vehicle. That one. The car. Okay. So that should be about right. That's the food trail. Actually, was it that one I just did? Yes, it was. I'm going to do the same thing for all of these food productions. So we're going to get rid of that. Set a vehicle. Like I say, if there was an auto best, it would be much better. Automatically replace, yes. All of these, same thing. This is actually not producing as much food as I thought. Not making as much as I thought it would. Oh, well. It's actually losing me money. Not too bad. There you go. So I'm going to... I wish that button there actually did just auto-replace it. Okay. So they're all set, I believe. Yes, yes, and yes. 100%. All resets, yes. So what'll happen is these horse and carts, when they get, like, finished, when they get, like, up to the end of their lifespan, they will be upgraded. But we'll have to do the same to some of the others around here as well. But what I'll do is I'll wait and... did we set an automatic one, though? That's the question. The food transport, I believe we did set a replacement. Oh, we didn't set a replacement. That's fine then. So we'll set a replacement. Yes, automatically replaced. Job done. Bus service is not making much money or any at all. We are now getting passengers, look. Waiting at this. So that is working. And that is working. And that is working. I am a happy bunny. Excellent. 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 And look at all the fuel as well. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. I honestly didn't think that would work. But now, as you can see, we are starting to hopefully get some more fuel. Look at that, 37. That's good. Right, so this thing, it carries 15 fuel. But there's all the fuel on the side, look. That's going to get maxed out. But it's got loads more it can pick up. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We now have the opposite problem. We now need to sort this out, the fuel line. Vehicles. Once it's in there, we're going to send it back to the station. It's now making money, which is all good. We're going to send it back to the station. And we will add some more cars on it. That's good. We're going to go over to money. I'm going to repay some of that loan. We're now down to a 2 million loan, so this is good. In terms of lines, I'm so happy about that we actually have managed to sort that line out. Still, these ferries are not making much money, and there's some other buses that are doing the same thing. But in general, we're doing okay, and we've got a lot of routes. Just look at the money we just got. So this thing's going to go back. This train. As soon as it goes past, we'll do the glitchy button pressing and say return to depot. And click! And then it does a 180 and then comes back in. People have commented, actually, the best thing to do, instead of the way I'm doing it, which is have this right next to the line and then come out that way, you're best off putting it the opposite way, pointing towards this. So once you've dropped off the load, when you come out, instead of going all the way along the track and then back, or doing the weird glitchy 180 that it shouldn't do, it actually just goes straight in. So I understand that. So this one, we want to... Is this the best train we can get? Let's go to upgrade. No, that's buy trains. Is that the best train we can get? It isn't the best train we can get. We can get a better train. So let's get rid of that train, and we will instead... Sorry, not a train, it's an engine. It's an engine. A train is everything together. We've got this thing, which is apparently pretty good. Look at that. It's 1.9 million. 1.09 million? That's a teeth dryer, isn't it? Yeah, that's an expensive train. I don't think... I mean, I would like to get that train. The engine, rather. But it's a bit expensive. Although, you know what? I don't think we can. I really don't think we have... Do we have the readies? I shouldn't have deleted that thing there. I should have just added more tank wagon on the back. Let's add the more tank wagon. One. And how much was it? How much is it transporting? Or was it transporting? It was at... How much was it? 48. Oh my god. Right, okay. So essentially, whatever... We just need to max this thing out. We just need to max it out. So that is going to carry fuel. So that's 20. Buy trains. Buy, and then... So that's 30 now. That's 30 fuel. I don't think we need... Do we need to go to 40? Do you want to go to 40? 1, 2, yeah, why not? This is going to be the biggest thing we have here. Sadly, not enough money to actually put an engine onto the thing, unless we want a really old Borsig, which will take us forever to go. But we could get things like the I really want that one. I really want that, the PLM220. But it's quite dear. It's quite dear, isn't it? It's quite expensive. We are getting money. We could take a loan out. I know I've just paid one back, but maybe just for the sake of... Nah, just let's go to borrow. Let's have a borrow. We'll buy one of them, and then we'll set it to the fuel line. So here we go. Should we see the most futuristic train that we have yet? We will go and have a look. Hang on, where's the button to look at it? Set line, go to, reverse, stop. Where's the look at it button? That's the look at it button. There it is. That is a very futuristic looking train. That's almost Back to the Future. 3 levels of futuristic train. And we're not talking about the one that they they use to push the DeLorean. I'm on about the one that Doc Brown turns up at the end. When it's that weird sort of steampunky Jules Verne type system he's got going there. There you go. Yeah, it's a weird sort of Jules Verne, like steampunk, H.G. Wells type thing. But there you go. And that's going along quite nicely. Should we have a little look inside? Nice. 60. 60. Excellent. Right. So that is now working. That is working very well. So, what other resources can we get? Well, we've got a couple of things like this. This is an iron ore mine, and this one takes, what's that, stone, no, and slag, I believe that one, the second one is. Stone and slag. So the iron ore mine, where can it transport? Where would it go? Where would you transport stuff to? I don't know, actually. But what I want to do first, I want to go to visible only and change this fuel trail again. You want to automatically upgrade it with this thing. Engine, and say yes. And there you go. Why can't we set a vehicle replacement on that? Because we haven't got a set, that's obviously why. So we've got them to automatically set it. Is there not a button just to do it? I mean, you could just say 25% and surely it would just go and do it. Immediately, most of them would turn around and do it. Yeah. Anyway. So those are going to be upgraded. So we've still got a lot of food to go from here. 49, in fact. It might be worth then. It might be worth it if we manually set this on the go. So this food trail, or food production, we could just send them back and send all vehicles and sell on arrival. Why is there not a send all vehicles back and upgrade? Because what's the speed difference in these vehicles? So we've currently got a horse and cart, which is 20 top speed, and that's 25. Actually, there's not much difference, is there then? So I'll not bother, not for that. So, resources. What can we use? Oh my god. We really do need to replace that train. We're losing money. Where we're losing money at? It's probably on this thing. Look at that. 40 of 40 fueled. You know, I reckon that's going to make a lot of money when that gets in. Let's sort out the Embro and Spenny Express. We will set vehicle. How's that one? Add. Actually, what we'll do, we'll not have that. That's a terrible trick. Can we not set vehicle? That one. Add. There we go, and it does actually add it to the front. I was going to say, it's a bit silly, isn't it? It's a bit silly actually putting it on the back of the thing. It probably would work, actually. It should be able, it technically should be able to work. It should be able to push it forward or back. It doesn't really have any preference, I would assume. In terms of money, let's just check our waterways, and they're all making money. And they're all making good money. We are still in the negatives here. We are still in the negatives, but that's because I've been obviously spending a bit of money and whatnot, and we have not yet got this thing come in. I want to see how much money this thing makes when it comes in. So I reckon this fuel train here, I reckon we'll get 300,000. I reckon 300,000. Let's see what it makes. 437,000. I was wrong. And I'm so happy I was wrong. Because we made a lot of money. And obviously we're now going to transport from here all the way down to there. In fact, hang on. Is that why that is still a horse and cart? It is still a horse and cart. Remember, we're going to set all of these road ones. I like the visible only button. That's good. This bus service replacement. Set vehicle to that thing. Freight. That thing. Okay. There we go. And automatically upgrade, yes. Excellent. So that's our fuel auxiliary. And obviously that's going to have to transport 31 fuel back and forward. And then when it gets to there, all of these, look, all of these will actually take it. Train 2 has reached its lifetime, will be replaced. Let me just stop that. Train 2, it's on the Edinburgh to Spennymoor Express. So replacement should automatically be set, which it is. That's good then. So it's told me that it's at the end of its life, but obviously it's going to be upgraded. That is most good. Right, so as I was trying to point out earlier, we probably have a few areas where we haven't yet exploited all of the resources. We haven't yet got any wood moving from anywhere. We've got like, so there's crude oil there. This supplies iron ore. This supplies coal. This thing requires stone. A lot of the resources are really, really far away. Like there's wood there, but the nearest thing that requires wood is that. Actually, that's not too bad. We could have a line going through here. I don't think we'd have a train line. We'd have just a standard road. Maybe that's a good idea. We should also put in I think we'll put in a little harbour in here. Quite nice. Let's get that sorted. Right there. And then set line. Slight issue. Oh no, not a slight issue at all. No issue whatsoever. New line. There. And there. And we will... What's the best way of going about this? That's probably fine. And this is... the ferry. Store market to... here. H-A-S-L-E ferry. No, it's just the F again. We're just going with the F because we can't do anything else. And because it costs us pretty much no money, we're going to put one of these in as well. We'll put it on the opposite side because we can. Train 1 has really reached its... Why can't we put it there? Well, we can. Train 1 has reached its life. We'll buy a ship. It's going to be at this smaller one as well. We're not going to go for the big one. And obviously we'll assign that to that one. There we are. So it's reached its lifetime, or its lifespan, which means that eventually it will go back and upgrade. And we should see... Is that the train? That's the one that said it's going to be upgraded. I'm just waiting for it to be upgraded. Hang on, 1 second. That's still not upgraded. I'm sure I set it to automatically upgrade, did I not? Did I not? Railroad. There we go. No, I can't see the old events. Automatically upgrade, yes. I didn't put automatically upgrade, that's why. Yes, there we go. So, automatically upgrade, job done. So they should automatically upgrade once they're sorted. Right. Once it'll drop off and they'll come back, you understand. Okay, so I think we will leave it there. I'm just going to... actually, I'm not going to pay back the loan because I think we're going to obviously save the money for later on. Not a bad bit of building. Really glad we've got this fuel line up and running. In fact, here we go. There's another nearly 500,000 for 400. That's okay. And look at all that. Look at all the fuel waiting there. We're not going to leave it there. We're gonna go over to this thing. I'm going to say buy road vehicle. And that one, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line, and it will be the fuel auxiliary because that is what we need. And we've got proper cars now. Let's have a quick look. Look at the convoy. That's a convoy, isn't it? Convoy. Very nice. Should we have a ride on it? Cool. We can even see the driver's hands down the bottom. Well, the convoy works. And, yeah, good. One is very, very happy about that. There's one of the other ones as well. That's a... Oh, sorry, that's a bus there. But this is going to essentially go over to here and pick up all of that fuel. And there's going to be a lot of them as well. Right, job done. So, next episode, we will essentially look around and find out what resource we can exploit next. Not really exploit, just transport. Probably put some more bus routes in because, as far as I can tell, in terms of bus routes, they are... The bus service seems to be fine. They seem to be making quite a decent amount of money. That one isn't. That one's actually losing a bit of money. There's only 3 things that are losing money. And it's actually 3 bus services. Alright then, I'm talking garbage as usual. They're not making money at all. But the ferries are. The ferries are. Apart from that one, because we just put that in. But the others are making some decent profit. Obviously, it's really the railroads that are doing it for us. Look at that. Look at that. Very, very nice amount of money there. Anyway, leaving it there. Next episode, we'll have a look around. See what sort of things we can take and move and shift and transport. Because obviously, that's the game. And oh my good grief, there's a lot of people waiting there. And I have a feeling it's because these are ready to be upgraded. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.